Hi everyone and welcome back to my next video. Today I want to talk about 5 tips that should improve your photography straight away. Doesn't matter what camera brand you use, doesn't matter what you're photographing at. I will not talk about camera settings or technical stuff, just pure photography, pure ideas, what I have in my mind. So if you're interested in that, stay with me. So I had this idea for this video because I wanted to do something without any specific camera settings or technical stuff. Just things about photography. If you only think about them before you go out the next time, I believe your pictures will be looking so much better. And if you wait until the end of the video, I have a little extra tip for you, so like tip number 6. So my tip number 1 is preparation. First of all, I think you need to prepare your camera at home. I know this sounds logical, but I still see so many people struggling when they're there and searching for a setting. That's not good. That gives you stress, that you lose time to actually make the picture. So knowing your camera gear is important. Know the settings you need before you go out. And if you have to change something, you have to know where it is to access it in a very quick way. And secondly, what I mean with preparation is make your final image in your head, or an idea of your final image. I know it's difficult to think about if you're not there, but just make an idea. How can it be there? How can it look like? And so you just, I don't think it's a good idea just to go out and walk around and do just some pictures. That gives you maybe okay or good pictures, but they don't give you this images that you would print out on a wall and say, yes, that's the image I want every time and this is the best ever done. You need to do images that stands out from the rest, and you only can do that or achieve that if you have an idea before, an inspiration that helps you so much to raise your bar. Tip number 2 is knowing your subject. I call it subject because I don't know what you're photographing at, so it could be the car, it could be the wedding, the person, wildlife, landscape, children, doesn't matter. To know you more about what you actually want to do makes your pictures looking so much better, because you made your mind already what you want, how it maybe can look like at the end. So study it, search the internet if it has to be, ask people or ask the person itself, talk to the person before you make the picture, and search for everything you can. I spend so many hours searching about my things before I go out because I want to make my mind what can happen there, what light do I want, how can it look like there, what can happen unexpectedly. So if you do that, your images will looking so much better and you're less stressed and you can really be focused on the moment when you are actually there. Tip number 3 is think about the angles, and this is so easy to achieve. You don't need to be an expert in photography for that. Just think about it. Think about these 5-10 extra seconds before you take the shot. Don't just stand up straight and hold your camera and just click like everybody else is doing. Go a little bit to the left, to the right, go low or lie on the ground. That's so easy, but so effective if you need another background. It changes so much. It helps you to stand out your pictures from the rest if you just move yourself and change your angles. My tip number 4 is the foreground. So think about the foreground a little bit more. And if you can, shoot through something that helps you to give this extra mood into your images, or makes the viewer think they're actually in the scene and observing something like you. This helps so much that your images stand out from the others. Try to shoot through something. Think about the foreground. What can you include to make it more interesting for the viewer to look at your photos? So we reached tip number 5, and tip number 5, what could it else be? I'm talking about light. Yes, light is so important in photography and videography, we all know that. So you probably know until now that midday sun is not the best time to make your pictures. So use the early hours in the morning or the late hours in the evening to create an extra atmosphere and get the best light of the day. Play with the light. Don't be afraid to use backlight or light from the side. It helps you so much if you include the sun into your image. It gives such a nice warm atmosphere especially if you use the sun early in the morning or in the evening. And if you don't have the light that you expect, just don't do the picture, skip it, do it on another day. That's no way to do it if you don't have to. Wait for the perfect light, wait for that what you had in your mind for this particular photo. There are so many things that I could talk now about light or just how you should use the light, but this is enough for a whole video. So I maybe will do something about that in the future, just talking about light. So as promised, I want to give you my little extra tip now at the end of the video, and that's actually be an artist. And I mean by that, you have to know your camera gear, of course. You have to know the basis of photography, your settings to achieve the image that you want. That's for sure. But photography is so much more than just the technical stuff. Photography is art, and it's a creative journey as long as you have your camera in your hand. And even more important, we photographers and videographers have a great ability, and this is to move people with our images and our videos. So next time when you go out, create something, create an emotion, a feeling, think about that. And this helps you so much to improve yourself and your images and bring your stuff to the next level completely, amazingly, believe me. Thanks for watching my video. We reached the end now, and if you have any questions about my tips, just ask me below this video. I be pleased to help you with everything. I wish you always good light, and think about my stuff I told you, and be an artist, be a creator. See you next time.